What's up, guys? So today I kind of want to show you quickly something on, the LinkedIn ads platform specifically. So a lot of you guys are B2B marketers out there, or you're a startup that's actually trying to test your audience. You're trying to set up different test environments so that you can understand, hey, what messaging or what device works well, what USPs work well with your target audience, especially on LinkedIn, which is great for targeting particular decision makers, particular professionals based on their like job titles or their skills or whatever groups they're part of, right? There's some interesting stuff you can do with the platform, and it's actually something I'll create a tutorial on how you can go ahead and set up particular campaigns with this. But one thing a lot of people don't do is there's four, five things, but the main things we're going to be talking about today is how you can actually just save these early bits of your ad dollars, essentially, right? Saving those ad dollars from the get-go just because you've implemented two tweaks. Now, one sneaky thing that LinkedIn doesn't do is, let's say, for example, you are using the LinkedIn ads platform already. That's the direction I'm going to come from in this video. So let's say you already are using this. Now, when you are using the LinkedIn ads platform and you've saved an audience as a template, let's say you want to save audiences, by the way, you want to save ideal audiences that you just need to tweak one or two things later on. That's because when you're starting to create campaigns off the cuff, and you just need to start scheduling new campaigns out and then adding just different ads into them, you really want to have the audience template set. So you'd have to go through the same process of creating an audience, right? I can walk you through how to set up those templates, of course. But in this moment in time, what I kind of wanted to get at is, let's say, for example, a lot of people are leaving money, right? Just essentially putting more money into the platform than they need to. And it's simply because they don't create a matched audience list where you already are excluding people from your campaigns who are existing customers or really hot leads that are already doing well in the pipeline and don't really need to be engaged, right, with any additional ad work, right? So you don't need to stay top of mind because they're already in conversations with either your accounts team or your business development team or sales team, whichever you want to call it. But you're saving money if you essentially create a matched audience. So you upload a list of the companies that you are already engaging with, or the clients or the users that you're already engaging with, and LinkedIn will try to match it, right? So LinkedIn will try and match that audience. And then what you could do is you have a specific audience that's created as, like I've got here, for example, existing clients and partners. You want to exclude them from your campaign to significantly decrease your audience size, or not even significantly, but just leave them out from the campaign, right? You don't want to be spending money on them if you don't need to. So I've said this in the past, LinkedIn ads tends to work, great for middle of the funnel. And probably you want to try other marketing tactics to actually nurture leads, off the platform, for example, to get them to the conversion stage of your funnel journey or your customer journey. And top of the funnel, it's quite expensive to carry out top of the funnel activity. Unless you're a giant, you're not going to be running those sort of campaigns. So what I would recommend is, yes, one, set up a matched audience and then have exclude every single time. But the sneaky thing is, every single time you save a template, right, for an audience, just be mindful that LinkedIn doesn't save your excluded audiences, right? So especially if you upload a company list, they won't add that as part of the template. So you're gonna have to go through every campaign again and then just exclude every single, just add the list, right, to be excluded from your campaign. So you're essentially excluding it for every single campaign you have. It's a bit long, and it's a bit sneaky, but that will save you money so you don't forget, right? Thinking that you may have a template that's going to save, but it doesn't. And actually, if you were to do so, then you can technically see that it says, hey, your current targeting includes matched audiences, but will not be saved as part of this audience, right? Which is interesting. But when you click more to learn more, you won't really see any additional info on that. And lastly, another tip I can give you is you should be testing different messaging with across different audiences and how it resonates across them, right? So what you want to do is you want to switch off enable audience expansion, unless you've got some test budget that you want to just deploy to see, hey, we've performed well in this quarter, and I'm just going to dedicate X percentage to LinkedIn to see how exactly this enable audience expansion feature works. You can go ahead and do that. Likewise with the LinkedIn audience network, I don't really use you definitely don't want to use the enable audience expansion. You want to have some nice control over the audiences when you're testing out your ads. And lastly, I don't think you should be using LinkedIn Audience Network, not right now at least, but you can actually create a test for that later, right? Of course, as you can see, I'm running a lead gen campaign here, so for a client, and therefore I cannot actually activate this right now. So yeah, that's 2 ways that you can actually save money, right? Ensure you exclude your customers and your partners, and switch off enable audience expansion. That is it. If you do those 2 things, you'll definitely save money whilst you're testing out different messaging with your audiences. So good luck, guys, with your LinkedIn ads. And I hope to see you in the next video. Take it easy. See you soon.